Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Parvathi here from Paru's Craftology. Today we'll be making a very pretty altered embroidery hoop in mixed media style. I'll be using this embroidery hoop, and for the background I'll be using this dual texture cardstock from CrafTangles. Now the hero of the project here would be liquid acrylics. I'm simply creating a very easy background using these liquid acrylics. So the colors I'm using here are brilliant blue, titanium white and carbon black. So I'm just mixing these three colors in the ratio that I like. So I want it to be sky blue, so I'm mixing a good ratio of white with very small tinge of blue, and just to give that cloudy effect I'm uh, imbibing very little of black too. Just to get that texture right, I'm using a sponge dauber, and as easily as that we have a very beautiful background done. If I have to talk about CrafTangles liquid acrylics, these comes without any fillers. So these are very transparent, very vibrant, and it can be diluted to the most diluted forms, and still you will see a very transparent and beautiful shades of whatever shade you are using. And as you can see, you can mix multiple colors to create the colors that you want. Once I was satisfied with the background, next I cut out the circular shape that I wanted, which is equivalent to the embroidery hoop, and I cut it out and pasted the hoop over the paper. And now over to coloring our elements. I'm using a lot of white chipboards here, which has some Christmas elements like a reindeer, some Christmas trees, some snowflakes, etc. To color all these elements, I'm using CrafTangles liquid acrylics, and as you can see, you can color them with the lightest of tone to, if you want to make it concentrated and dark, then use the color directly without diluting it with water. So these are very vibrant, and as you can see I've just painted it over. And for the snowflakes, I decided I would just do some snow tinsel embossing. So I heat emboss them to get some snowflake effects. And now over to the trees again. So for the trees I wanted some snowy effect, and for the snowy effect I decided I'll go with the paper texture paste from CrafTangles. So what I'm doing is I'm adding patches of this texture paste, and then over the texture paste I added some glitter powders, some white glitter powders. So this actually looks like snow covered Christmas trees. Now to the background, where I had a good amount of white, I decided I'll add this cute Santa with reindeers. This was taken from one of the transfer sheets from CrafTangles, which is called Cute Christmas Animals 2. So yeah, that was from that, and I added the Christmas tree and the reindeer that we colored and created few minutes back. And to the hoop I'm adding some pearls, some sequins, some shaker elements. And once that was done, I cut out an acetate sheet and pasted it over the hoop, so that the hoop is now converted into a shaker hoop, right? Now to secure the edges, I decided I'll add some washi tapes. You can use normal masking tapes also. The purpose here is just to mask off the edges to give it some additional secure binding. And yeah, and later on I'll be coloring it white using some white gesso, so it actually helps there too. Now over to layering, so creating our mixed media layers. Now for the layering I'm using some fussy cut elements from Minte's paperbacks. So these are from two different paperbacks. One is Christmas Storyland and another one is Home for Christmas, I think. Yeah. And along with that I'm using some fantasy dyes to add the layers. Flowers are very good fillers and very good dimension creators, so I'm adding some flowers to create that beautiful layers and height and dimension. I wanted to add this flower in between, so I plugged out the focal element, the nutcracker, and then added the flower underneath, and then the wreath and the nutcracker. And yeah, I was happy with this alignment more. Once I was happy with the main cluster, I decided to create a smaller cluster just to balance out the layout that we are creating. Again, using some Christmassy elements here and some flowers to add some dimension. And to give the final touches, so I don't want the edges to be seen, and I want it to be white to represent the snowy Christmassy time. So over the washi tape covering that we had given, I am adding a very nice coat of white gesso, and I found this pine cone, which I wanted to add to my layout. So I added that after adding some white gesso just to give it that snowy effect. And last but not the least, some red berries, because well, it's Christmas and it's pretty. So yeah, I added some of those too. And for the final touches, I added a very nice red and gold ribbon, made a nice bow on top of the hoop, and yeah, voila, we are done. A pretty shaker element, Christmassy, cute. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Till we meet again, it's Parvathi signing off. Don't forget to subscribe.